All right, guys, what is going on? Today is Sunday, October 17th. It's about 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be making a quick Ergo update video and thoughts on an article they just put out from one of their core devs. It's on their Discord, so it might be on their Twitter. I'm not really sure, but I found it on their Discord here. It's called the Long-Term Vision for Ergo, as you can probably tell by the title of this video. So let's get right into it. It's a really interesting read. I'm going to have the whole article pinned in the description of the video. So if you want to go ahead and read it yourself, check out the link to the description for it. Anyways, let's get right into it. I'm just going to cover the things I found very important and some good talking points from this article. Let's start by reading the top here. First of all, this post is about my personal thoughts only and does not represent position of Ergo Foundation. Like I said, this is a post from a core dev, not the Ergo team itself. But this guy is very active on all the socials, Telegram, Discord, and stuff. So he's very helpful in answering people's questions on those threads and stuff. But anyway, let's get right into it. It says, in the first place, we want to make Ergo ecosystem what it should be, namely. So these topics right here are just basically describing what him and the team as a core dev want Ergo to be going forward, and what it is as of now. So right off the bat, digital gold native token, thus proof of work and limited total emission must be preserved. So they're looking at it as Bitcoin, right? As a form of digital gold, limited supply, and proof of work. That's what makes Ergo, and it's on the EUTXO system. So that is, I'm glad that they're sticking to proof of work. They're not going to get rid of it anytime soon. They're not going to go like Ethereum from proof of work and then go to staking. So that's all great news, and I don't see Ergo ever doing that, right? The next thing here, they talk about, research-driven, prioritizing decentralization and uncensorability over fancy TPS numbers and other metrics. This article does get, what's the word I'm looking for? Very into the technical side of how Ergo works and, stuff moving forward for the technical perspective, right? I mean, it's coming from a dev. But I'll try to break some of it down into layman's terms the best as I can. It's intended for powering regular people with new economic tools. So that's just describing Ergo and what it is and what it's set out to be. And he goes on and says, for that, as a core developer, I see several aspects to take care of. Protocol development. So hard forks and breaking changes should be avoided. 5.0 soft fork is on the way and will be proposed to miners in coming months. And then it talks about the technical side of it. This is a this next point is a very big thing that I'm looking forward to as a Ergo miner, and I think the community will widely adopt this because, let me just read over it, right? So, crypto economic security of the protocol. As emission is limited to just 8 years, it is good time now to estimate how stable will be miners' incentivization after. We can soften effects of no emission by standardizing a new emission contract paying after 8th year of mainnet existence according to some schedule. Flat 1 to 3 Ergo payment in a simplest case, and the contract will be funded from transaction fees. In parentheses, thus a part of transaction fees going to miner immediately, another part is going into the re-emission contract or storage rent with a similar split, or even current emission via a soft fork limiting miner withdrawal. So what does that mean? Because to somebody that's just getting into Ergo and Ergo mining and whatnot, they probably don't really understand what this means. So Ergo is only mineable for 8 years, right? Until they reach their max supply of token, right? So that, I think we're already, we only have, I believe, 6 years left of it, I believe, or maybe even less than that, right? So I don't know right off the top of my head. I think Ergo's been out since 2018, roughly 2019. Anyway, so we're already deep into the mining cycle and mining lifespan of Ergo. So what they're trying to do is, after all the Ergo has basically been mined, right? They still want miners around because it helps decentralize Ergo itself. So they don't want all the miners to just kind of disappear, and that's what they're looking at now, is to how can they have miners, 10, 20 years from now stay relevant on the Ergo platform. And I'm talking about GPU mining. Obviously, ASICs do not exist for Ergo, at least as of now. And what they're talking about is basically like mining in the future, you'll get paid out for people's gas fees. So every time there's a transaction on Ergo, you get to, like in Ethereum, right? So miners get a percentage of the gas fee. And they're basically going to do the same thing with Ergo moving out in the future, and how they can do that, right? So if you mine the max supply, like, well, how are they just going to make more Ergo? Is the max supply going to go up? No, that's not really the case. And somebody commented here, and it really helps explain what they're talking about, right? So he highlighted standardizing a new emission contract paying after 8th year of mainnet existence according to some schedules. So the commenter goes and says, seems like a perfect use of storage rent. Just send a portion of current emissions to empty wallets, effectively burning Ergo for later use. So if you don't know what a burn is, right, you'll see like Shiba, some of these other coins that have very high, large numbers of tokens in the billions, right? They'll burn tokens to get rid of them. Or the new ETH, EIP 1559, they had their burn essentially kick off where they're burning ETH. So it's a limited supply, right? So burning Ergo would just be getting rid of tokens, right? So what he's talking about and how this would work and how miners would still be relevant, like I said, after all the supply has been mined, is that right now, while not all the supply has been mined, they would take some Ergo, they would burn it or store it in a cold wallet, and then as we're reaching those 8 years where the numbers, we've mined all the Ergo, then for however many years they can sustain it, start handing out small amounts of Ergo to miners that are still mining for gas fees and stuff, and they're going to get that Ergo from Ergo we take now while we have the supply and throw it into a cold wallet, essentially burning it as of now and using it for later to pay miners, so the miners stick around for years to come. I don't know how that would work. It sounds really interesting. I've never heard of a cryptocurrency kind of following this pattern. Correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know about other projects that have maybe done something similar. But this sounds really unique, and it gets me excited because I'm kind of looking at Ergo as I can't mine it forever. I can't mine it for the next 10 to 20 years. It's more like a 5-year mining period we have right now. So. Anyways, that's a really big thing I wanted to talk about, that talking point right there. And then the rest of the article goes on to talk about reference protocol client, node development, cross-chain, side-chain, and off-chain solutions, and then light client developments, and then make Ergo Foundation activities and spendings more transparent, do more research, and have more hackathons and summits regular. That's another big thing. Hackathons are great, helps find bugs in the Ergo system. So hackathons are always a good thing to see in any cryptocurrency. But like I said, I'll leave a description to this video, or a link to this video in the description down below if you want to go check it out and thoroughly read through it all yourself. This article was really a great read, and the core dev that put this out is pretty awesome for doing that. So just wanted to go over this and share my thoughts and opinions on it, and try to kind of break down what some of this mining stuff means. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm going to be holding Ergo for years to come. I really think next bull run it will really blow up. I know we hit some good all-time highs this cycle, and I still think we're going to hit $30, $40 potentially this cycle still. But I really think next year we may see that, $100, $200, $300 Ergo for next cycle. We'll just have to see what happens, right? So I'm going to be stacking and, as much Ergo as I can and filling up my bags for the next 5 to 10 years. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, like I said, and I'll see you in the next one. I have a lot of videos planned, so stay tuned for that. Should be a pretty packed week full of videos. So I will see you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.